Oh yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. You already know what time it is. I'm your host, Cam Silver.
I'm your co-host Kyle Silver.
Welcome back to another episode of the Silver Boys Podcast.
Hey,
Kyle,
hey,
what
hey.
a week we have had.
Completely. I just love how things change. Things can change week to week so fast. Fast.
Bro, bro. Oh my goodness, so much is going on.
Yeah,
Before we
but
even get started, I want to shout out to the World Baseball Classic right now. World Baseball Classic has been going great. The USA has made it to the quarterfinals, along with a plethora of other teams. Japan has made it in, Dominican Republic, Italy
mhm.
was crushing up on people. So yeah, man, that starts off this weekend. So for all my baseball fans out there, I know you guys have been watching and it has been fun. Trust me, I have been watching as well. But football season, man.
It's football season every 4 seasons. You feel me? All four
Goodness.
seasons.
It feels like we don't ever get a break.
Never, never, never.
We we do not ever get a break. But so Friday, we got the news. The Raiders had agreed to trade Max Crosby to the Ravens for an exchange of 2 first-round picks. The
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys were also in that realm. They were also trying to get him as well, but the Cowboys were only willing to give up 1 first-round pick and a second-round pick. So
Yeah.
obviously it makes sense as to the reasons why the Raiders went to the Ravens, right? But Tuesday came out the fact that Max did not complete or pass his physical.
They're cool.
Then news started to come out. Well, Max was still 1 week off of recovery from a meniscus surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and there were other problems along with it. It was cartilage and a bone that
Mm-hmm.
that he was dealing with as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he was on crutches for about 7 weeks. Just got off the crutches this past week. Team doctors looked at it, did not feel comfortable with it. So
Didn't like what they see.
yep. So basically, they pulled out of the trade.
Yeah, which is wild because I don't know of a time that I've heard of somebody recent. I've heard of it in basketball, definitely. Like maybe like a dude don't pass his physical. All right, cool. Like they rescind the offer, but in football, like that's just a little bit. I mean, from the Ravens standpoint, I could completely understand it. Again, you leave it up to the doctors. You leave it up to your team doctors. They may not like what they saw, but also I'm gonna say when you went into this trade, you definitely knew about this meniscus. He played on it all year. Just got the surgery. He's on crutches for 7 weeks. There's no way that you don't know he's on crutches for 7 weeks. And then that gives you what, like a 3 to 4 or 5 month time frame of like recovery. So like he'd be back by what, June, July ish.
Yeah, yeah. They said from what his doctors or what his knee surgeon is saying, that he's recovering very well
Mm-hmm.
and that he is on track to at least come back by the season open.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, with all of that stuff factoring into it, I don't, I'm not really that big on them rescinding it. I don't think it was a really good move, to be quite honest with you. I think you walked in completely knowing what was going on with him, and then you see, okay, actually, we don't want him. We don't want him now. That's what it felt like. That's what it was. But I think they're gonna miss an opportunity here. I really do. I really, really do. It's just another way for them to bolster that defense, that has been having problems. He can set the edge. He's a great pass rusher, and he can stop the run as well too. So, and those are things that you definitely do need, and he's all in one. You know.
Exactly, exactly. But not all was lost for the Ravens, as they did go on ahead and sign the number 1 free agent in Trey Hendrickson, signing him to a 4-year, $112 million deal.
Which is
And
great because they got it right back.
exactly,
Honestly.
exactly, they got their 2 picks back, and they got themselves a big edge rusher. Now, for what people probably don't know is the fact that they did try to get both.
Yeah. Okay.
They did try to load up and get both, but I don't think it was gonna work out. It just didn't work out and pan out that way. But
Mm-hmm.
Trey Hendrickson does indeed stay in the AFC North, so he will get to see Joe Burrow twice.
Yeah, that's Oh man, oh man. He went from hitting you in practice to hitting you in the real game. That's gonna be a lot different. That's gonna be a lot different.
Yeah, 'cause he could actually truly hit you.
Exactly, exactly.
He was only
um
he was only tagging you in practice. Now he gonna come now he really gonna come to get you.
full force downhill. That's a scary sight. That's a scary sight. Yo, shout out to the Ravens though. You know, losing John Harbaugh definitely a big punch in the gut. But you know, they're doing what they can in order to stay right where they are essentially and get better. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and continue to improve. So shout out to them for even being able to sign a division rival in Trey Hendrickson as well. You know, giving him the money that he's most definitely worth.
Yes, yes. I completely agree with that. That's, pretty awesome. You know the crazy thing is too? Trey Hendrickson is actually 2 years older than Max Crosby.
Wow.
So that's something to look at. Trey Hendrickson is I wanna say he's 31 now.
Mhm.
So for, this type of move right here shows me that the Ravens are going all in, and it shows me
Yeah.
that they're on the clock is ticking.
Very much so. Very much so. They're still in this win now type of scenario in the phase of their organization, you know. So, you know, they're still up there with Buffalo. They're still up there with, you know, a healthy Chiefs if they can get there, you know, Seattle maybe even if that defense can stack up as well, you know. So, because we know what the offense is capable of doing. So, it's really just all about keeping up and staying consistent for the Ravens and they got the guy they're in acquisition of getting the guys to do that.
Yep, yep. Shout out to the Chiefs. They were able to sign Kenneth Walker,
Mhm.
which is
What a
huge.
big one. What a big one.
That is awesome right there. I know that they're gonna need to sign some guys on their offensive line, but if Kenneth Walker could just do some of the things that he did up in Seattle, then it's gonna take a huge amount of pressure off of Patrick Mahomes, and it's going to relieve him and that offense so much, and it's gonna allow them to come back. And like I said, them getting back Eric Bieniemy as their offensive coordinator is gonna
Yeah.
do wonders for them.
Yes.
It's,
Yes. Think
it's,
about all
it's
the points that they were scoring with Eric when Eric was there.
yeah, yeah, because they were running up the score on people too.
Mhm.
So that's big time. Let's see who else. The Packers send defensive tackle Sean Gary to the Cowboys in exchange for a 2027 fourth round pick, which is huge for the Cowboys right there. They needed more
Mhm.
help on their defense, and they got it for sure. The Colts trade Michael Pittman to the Steelers, and those teams swapped in late round picks. So the Steelers get Pittman and a 7th round pick, and the Colts get a 6th round pick. And the Steelers also signed him to a 3-year, $59 million deal.
How you feel about that?
I love that. I love that. That's another good wide receiver on the opposite side of DK Metcalf. So, and you could put him in the slot as well.
Mhm.
That is
And
a
yo,
that
you got Mike McCarthy with Aaron Rodgers right back. Aaron Rodgers, I think definitely
possibly,
going to run it back. You know what I mean? Why
possibly
not?
if
You got
he
your old
if
coach that you wanted Super Bowl with, a big game with. Excuse me.
possibly he hasn't said anything yet, so we have to see.
Mhm.
Can't I can't give you I can't have no
Yeah,
guarantees on
yeah, we
that
don't
one.
got it's not 100%, not 100%.
Yeah, yeah. So just look out for that. Your Giants has been active,
Yes, they
active,
have. Yes, they
and
I
I
I
and I
love
am
to
here
see it.
for it. I am here for it. You guys got Isaiah Likely to a 3-year, $40 million deal. That
Boy,
is awesome. Awesome to see.
yo, as long as I don't gotta see Jackson Dart QB drawn 4 times in a series, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
To be drawn 4 times is crazy, but yes, he did do that.
Yeah.
Um, the defense is looking at it too. You guys signed Greg Newsome, a cornerback.
Mhm.
He was a good cornerback when
Needed.
he was with the Browns. He had like a year or so with Jacksonville, so he was
Mhm.
looking good over there too. I know you guys also signed Tremont Edmonds as well, a good
Mhm.
linebacker over there. So yeah, man, the Giants is loading up right now, and John
I
Harbaugh,
love to see the activity that's going on. You know, they no it
Mhm.
doesn't feel like they're just staying by the wayside and just letting things come when they come. No, no, no. They're
Exactly,
actively
exactly.
looking like they're going out there and doing what they need to do to get the team better.
Like being aggressive.
Yes.
A team that I have been liking that has been doing their thing are the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So for all those who don't know, even with them bringing back Max Crosby, it does not affect their free agency signings
Okay, good.
because they had like over
They had
100
him.
million dollars in cap space.
Hmm.
So they're good. So they signed Ravens old center and Tyler Linderbaum to a 3-year, $81 million deal with 60 mil guaranteed, which is the highest for a paid interior offensive lineman in NFL history. Since 2020, he has a 96% pass block win rate. Yes. I think there's two more that are ahead of him, and I know
Hmm.
one of them is Creed Humphrey, who was the center for the Chiefs.
Okay. Oh yeah, and we know that center for the Chiefs he's nice. So
He's that guy.
yeah,
Who else? Mike Evans signs a 3-year, $60.4 million deal with the Niners.
dude, do you know how big that is for Brock Purdy? Do you know how you have a stable, consistent receiver like that? Like
Yes,
that?
yes.
Who could just high point any ball realistically? Come on, dude.
Especially,
Takes pressure off of C-Mac as well.
yep, C-Mac takes pressure off of George Kittle, brings
Yup.
in a good number one receiver because I do see them dropping off with I see them releasing Brandon Ayuk pretty soon because
Yeah.
they paid him all his money, so he's good on that. Hopefully he could teach Ricky Pearsall some things and he could be healthy because Ricky Pearsall has showed flashes that he
Yes,
could be really
facts.
good in this
Facts.
league as well.
Mhm.
Um, going going back to the Raiders, they signed a good linebacker tandem and Kobe Dean and Quay Walker.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
So that's gonna be something to
Jacoby
look at
Dean
too.
is he's nice, so
He's tough. He's
yeah.
tough. The Lions signed Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, that's one. That's you just got rid of Knuckles, but you might have got Tails for real. I like you feel
Hey.
me? Yo. Damn, like that's a strong running back, and especially when he's healthy, can hit the
Yes.
hole very, very hard. He could hit the head on the goalpost, as they say, you know.
You
So
know,
yeah,
that's
I'm
been
actually really happy for Detroit on that one.
yeah, me too. That's for us. That's been one of our favorite running backs to watch,
Right out
since
of
he got
Rutgers,
out.
baby, yes sir.
You already know. You already know. Daniel Jones and the Colts reach a 2-year, $80 million agreement, which max value goes to 100 mil, and he gets 50 mil fully guaranteed at signing, which makes
Boy,
it the largest 2-year contract in NFL history.
Boy, if I'm Anthony Richardson, I'm pissed. That's all I'm gonna say. Yo, I'm pissed because you just let this man, no name Daniel Jones from the Giants, come over and steal your 100 mil. Come on, he just stole it. He stole it, bro. He stole it.
He called him no name.
Yo, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? He was at the gates of football purgatory. Okay, he was right there, the face of it, the face of it, and he came in and changed the organization in Indianapolis all of a sudden, and now he just got 100 mil. Get out.
Craziness, bro.
I'm glad we ain't give it to. We ain't had to give it to him a second time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, now you could focus your money on good things like the signings that I just said,
Like
right?
a damn cornerback. Yes, yes, some
um,
good.
so the Falcons released Kirk Cousins. They owe him $10 million this year, but they did sign on to a Tagovailoa.
Yeah, so you got Michael Penix and you got Tua Tagovailoa in the same.
Quarterback room.
Okay, okay, gonna be a lot of stretchers and a lot of it's gonna be a lot of crutches in that office, brother. That's all I'm gonna say. They better sign a third. They better sign a Danny DeVito or something.
Oh my goodness. That's
I'm
gonna
just
be
saying.
interesting. That's gonna be very interesting to see. I think the Falcons probably did it more so because, at least Tua has been a starter in this
Yeah.
league. He has obviously showed flashes that he could be good in this league.
Hmm.
The good thing is that more than half of his games will be in the dome. with the fact
Yo, you're great.
with the fact that he will be in Atlanta in the dome, he'll at least be, in New Orleans, which is in the dome. Tampa Bay, who was in their division, so they are in warm weather as well.
Oh, so he's still protected. I understand.
If they make it to the playoffs, they better hope that they don't have to go somewhere like Seattle.
Seattle, yeah. Go to Seattle. Yo, oh my, go to Buffalo. Yo, that's PTSD nightmares right there, dog.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Another big thing that happened was the Cardinals releasing Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So the team owes him this year 36.8 mil,
Hmm.
which is a lot, but
I think they'll eat that. They'll eat
yeah,
that all day.
yeah, that'll be nothing for them for this at least this 1 year. But Murray does sign a 1 year deal with the Vikings. And
Mm,
what I will say is through his first 87 games, he has over 20,000 passing yards and over 3,000 rushing yards. Only Josh Allen and Cam Newton at that point has had those numbers.
wow. Wow. I mean, hopefully a change of scenery is what he needs. I'm interested to see how, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Vikings. But I think that's not a bad. It's really not a bad quarterback room for JJ McCarthy to learn in as well too.
Yeah.
Kyler does know what he's doing at the end of the day. I'm not gonna sit here and bash the man like whatsoever. Like he knows how to play football. So, especially like, play action and stuff like that. Like just little things that he'll be able to maybe, teach upon JJ how to see the field a little bit better. Well, maybe not, but
If I'm if I'm being honest with you, he not coming in as no quarterback where, "Oh, yeah, let me teach you a little something, young buck."
yeah,
Nah, bro, he ain't coming in like that. He coming in like, "Bro, I'm coming
yeah.
here to take your to
Oh, yo,
take you."
no, 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 no. Kyler definitely is going to like I mean, he better start. Let me say that. He better start.
Yeah, no, I think it's he's gonna have to he's going to definitely JJ McCarthy in that fact, he's going to definitely have to try his best to when they get to
Fight.
training camp, he's gonna have to fight. He's really going to have to fight and do
Yeah.
extremely better than what he did from what we've seen this year because this year was just it just wasn't it.
Yeah, yo, but iron sharpens iron, So that hopefully this is what it takes, because or not. That this is really when we'll know for real. Is he an
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson or not? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's actually one that I have been wondering as of late. Where are we going to see Mr. Richardson?
Boy, I'm gonna say this, I'll be surprised if he really does get signed anywhere. Like honestly,
I hope
yeah, we talked about where he should go. I think like we of course we mentioned like a San Fran, the Rams,
yeah. Yeah.
the go to Seattle. I don't know.
Just go somewhere.
Don't go to the Jets though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, with Geno Smith.
Don't go to the Jets.
Yes, Geno is back in New York with the Jets. So yeah.
Phew.
But free agency is officially here. All the signings have been so everybody that has been able to sign or the trades that have been able to be traded, they were all able to go through Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's been so much stuff going on, and then the draft is coming up next month, so we will see a lot more movement happening for sure.
Yeah. There's still some other stars that got to get moved, So yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, we're just looking for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Let's go to college basketball
Say less.
since we're getting to that time. So we are definitely indeed in champ week, everybody. So conference tournaments are here.
Yes, it
These guys
is.
these guys are putting on for sure. Um just going through like some of the stuff that I've been able to see some
Mm-hmm.
upsets at least. I would say Miami, Ohio lost their first game.
Yes, they
First
did.
game in the quarterfinals. First game of their tournament. They lost. Um, they
Of the
were up.
season. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
At a certain point, they were up by 12. And but UMass just kept fighting and kept fighting, and they were able to break through and get over the hump, and that was a big win for UMass. Now, what I will say is that yes, they have been undefeated. One thing I did want to clear up is that last week, when we talked about them being undefeated, I think I had said that they were like the first undefeated team since Gonzaga, whatever the heck. I
Hmm.
meant to say they were the first team to go at least 30-0 since Gonzaga at
Gotcha.
that, that Chet Holmgren and Jalen Suggs, Gonzaga team. They were
Hmm.
one of 4 that have been able to
Okay.
do it, and, yeah, so just wanted to clear that up, but yes, from in my opinion, yes, they should still get in. They are undefeated. You can't control your schedule, obviously. You can't just, randomly be like, "Oh, yeah, we just wanna go play Arizona." That's not how this works.
Hmm.
So, yes, I believe that they do indeed they don't only deserve a spot, but they earned a spot.
Absolutely. I think it sets a bad precedence if they somehow miss this the big dance, in the tournament,
Yes.
that we know. I think that'll just be it'll be a missed opportunity as well too. Honestly, those type of eyes will be good for the sport
Yeah,
for
e
real. You know?
exactly, exactly. Because how would you have a tournament like this where a team basically goes undefeated the whole regular season? And the beauty of these conference tournaments is the fact that anybody could literally win or lose.
Yeah.
Like, there are more upsets that I will announce in a second, but that's the beauty of these conference tournaments. You just never know, and some of these guys prepare just a little harder and a little more because they understand what is at stake.
Yep. Yep.
So that's how I feel about it. But some other upsets, Georgetown beating Villanova. That's a big one, 78-64 in the quarterfinals. Georgetown will go off and play UConn,
Yeah, that's a oof. Oof.
who they were able to beat. Actually,
Hmm.
they were actually UConn and Nova, and UConn and Nova. UConn and Georgetown are 1-1 right now in this season, and both games were close too.
But this is game 3 running back. Like,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Round
okay.
3, this is going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, yeah.
A dogfight.
Especially because Georgetown, they believe that they could do it for real, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and they
So,
they they seen it
they
they
showed
seen
that
it.
they could.
They seen it, they felt it, and they know it. So, that's going to be awesome. Let's see, just going to some bubble teams. Auburn, they lost to Tennessee. They were in control of that game for most of the game, for a good amount of the game. Then in the second half, Tennessee turned up their defense and they decided we are better than you, Auburn, as they decided to go on a 20-0 run in the second half.
20-0 in the second half. There was like that's just saying there's nothing that you can do with us.
At a certain point in the middle of that run, I said, "What in the world am I watching?" Like,
I don't.
I've watched a lot of basketball, and I was still trying to wrap my head around what in the world was going on.
Yeah, that's 20-3 I could get. 20 to
Yeah,
0.
yeah.
Dang.
He said 20-3 I could get.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just at least show me that you can make a shot.
Seton Hall and St. John's will meet up in the semifinals. That one's going to be a good one. They just played each other last week in the regular season finale, where St. John's was able to edge them out and become, obviously the number one seed in this tournament. So that one's going to be a good one, as obviously New York and New Jersey meet up once again in the Mecca, and that's going to be
That's always
nothing.
it's always a banger when them two, like, when a New York, New Jersey team face off against each other. Especially, both these teams at this point in their career, at this point in their seasons, fighting for something for real, like, worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Trying to get that automatic bid. So yeah, the dog's gonna come out. The dog gonna come out that night.
Best believe it. Just some other teams that are fighting. Seton Hall is one of the next 4 out teams.
Okay.
So theoretically, if we're speaking, they would almost have to basically win out and win the Big East tournament.
Yeah, you have to. There's no other. There's
It's
no other option realistically here. Like you have to. This is everything. Like
yes,
this is your season on the line.
exactly. Got to scrap claw, do whatever you got to do to go get it.
Yes.
Auburn with their loss, looking on they're on the outside looking in right now. Indiana took a loss in the Big Ten tournament. They're on the outside looking in right now. Oklahoma's fighting. Oklahoma just blew out Texas A&M. So if they could if they could manage to get maybe one more win against one of
They
these top teams in the
uh huh.
SEC, they might be one of the last four in. They might be able to squeeze one out. Especially with the fact that Missouri, SMU, and Texas, who are three of the last four, and they already lost.
Missouri, say that, and who were the other two?
SMU and Texas.
Okay. Okay.
So they
Interesting.
already, so they all already lost. VCU is another team that is still playing,
Hmm.
as they are also in the last four in.
So
So
VCU could even squeak in there.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
and they've been playing really good, as well. There, I think I'm gonna say they're the number 2 seed in the Atlantic 10 right now
Hmm.
in that tournament. So that one will definitely be interesting. Just looking at some of the teams that are already locked in. Just going to it. McNeese was able to get a spot in. Was able to get a ticket in. Wright State, Gonzaga, Hofstra, High Point, Queens University, Troy University,
Okay.
Siena winning the MAC, North Dakota State, Tennessee State. Shout out to Nolan. Nolan Smith. He was a star at Duke. He was assistant coach at Duke, and now he's able to lead Tennessee State. And they have a really good squad over there too.
That's a team though I should watch out for then, huh? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. As of right now, they're projected to be a 15 seed. But
Hmm.
those 15 seeds, man, they'll mess around and come and get you.
They come with some dog in the fight, brother. They got some things to say if they need to, them 15, 16 seeds, yo.
Crazy how to think just a few years ago. No 16 seed was winning, and then next thing you know, UMBC was able to break down that mode when they beat Virginia, and then it
Yo,
happened again with FDU beating a Purdue
FDU.
team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any year could be a year, everybody.
Any
Any year
year,
could
yo.
be a
Any it's
year.
one game, dog. It's one game at a time. That's it.
Like you said earlier, in one of our other podcast episodes, one bad half could send you home.
That's all it takes. Yo, 120-0 run, brother.
Ask Auburn.
Yo, I'm just that's the defining point in your career as a school for real.
True indeed, true indeed. But we are just a couple more days away from well, actually, when you guys see this, we'll be one more day away from
Yeah.
Selection Sunday. So very excited to see that. That one will be awesome. I can't wait. I just can't wait to see the
I gotta
bracket,
see
see
the
the
bracket,
matchups.
bro. I can't wait to see the bracket. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes.
It's going to be so cool. Before we get up out of here, we only got a couple minutes. But before we get up out of here, a big thing happened in the NBA where Bam Adebayo was able to score 83 points.
Surpassing Kobe's 81.
Yes, yes. Now officially the second best scoring output in a game that we have seen. And obviously, there's been big debates about this. I'm gonna let it be known right now, for people. 83 points is 83 points. That is tough to do.
Regardless of where you're shooting from, how you get the points, you got to make the shots in order to get it.
Yes,
You have
yes.
to make the shots, and he did it.
And, and if there's anything that I will tell everybody out there, especially to those young kids out there, make your free throws. It is very important to make your free throws because that's where he got half of his points at.
Quite literally.
And and honestly, in my opinion, there's after really like going back and at least watching the highlights and watching the game, there's really nothing. I mean, The Wizards.
It's the Wizards at the end of the day, for real, and they played a huge part in this historic night as well.
Yes, yes. Like, first of all, you can't let up 30 points in within the first 12 minutes of a game.
He had 30.
That's
He
not
had
safe.
31. He had 31. Yo,
At that point, I would have went for 100 as well.
why not? Why not?
I would have went for 100 as well. But the shooting, but how his shooting was he was 20 for 43 from the field. He was 36 for 43 from free throws. But the 3-point is ugly. He did go 7 for 22.
7 for 22. I think he only hit like two in the second half, for real. So you can tell he lost a little bit of that stroke with as the game waned on. But again, it's against Washington, and I think realistically, if somebody got to put up 100 shots, why couldn't it have been Bam? I ain't mad at him. Congratulations to him.
Yes.
He's a good dude who works very hard. So like, let's get that out the way. Let's get that off the table. Like, we know what Bam does bring to the table. I mean, his career high is only 40,
Yeah.
before this game, which is crazy. So he had two career highs in one game.
Big time, big time. He broke the record for made free
Free
throws.
throws,
And I think he also broke the record for attempted free
free
throws, if
throws
I'm not mistaken,
attempted.
as
Yep,
well.
yep.
So that's big time right there. That's big time. Congratulations to him. That's awesome. Yeah, no, we're about to get up out of here as Luka Doncic scored 51 points. Actually, no cap. I
I
ain't
did
even.
say that. I'm gonna say this real quick. I did say this to my one friend. That all of this does is start a scoring frenzy right now, and we're gonna see some cats go off for about 40 to 50 to about, you know what I'm saying? Late 50s for real.
But yeah, big time, big time. But you guys already know what time it is. I'm your host Cam Silver,
I'm your co-host Kyle Silver.
and we'll be back next week with more, and the brackets will be out. So be excited for that.
Yeah,
But
can't wait, can't wait.
we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, thank you.